Now we're going to progress you. Okay, so the next step in leash management is a drag line. Okay, so this is where the puppy, when they're coming inside, leash goes on, go outside, leash can come off. Or if they're unsupervised, leash should, unless they're tethered, but otherwise leash should come off.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Not free inside though, okay?
Yeah.
So be careful what you're doing.
I take it off because of the doggy door, because a couple of times it's got stuck. And I think, oops, makes me a bit nervous about her getting stuck in the door.
Well, what we want to start doing is now we want to start giving her the benefit of the doubt, but we've got the leash as an insurance policy if we've got to help her. Is she fighting with you?
You're biting me. You eat that.
So what we want to do is, if you can now let her like be, but dragging the leash, right? So if someone does come in, if she goes, oh, you can see it, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Like the moment you watch her and you go, oh, that energy level's coming up, and the higher it is, the more likely she's going to jump. You can kind of like, yeah, no, it was a good day, and step, you can step on it, right? Without having to say anything.
Yeah.
But the whole idea with the drag line is you want to give them the benefit of the doubt, so you start to give them a bit more freedom and see what the choices are they make. Okay, and if the choices are not the best ones, then we just take it as, we just go, okay, well, I'm just going to help you with the leash and I'm going to show you how to get success. So drag line is the part where, like I said, we're giving them more freedom, right? Because we've been managing. If you do feel at any point in time, if you think, whoop, it's not going to work, tether her. You can always go back to tethering.
Yeah.
So it's very important to give her that benefit of the doubt, but have that leash to intercede, to help. It's not about correcting her. Like correction to me says, you've done it wrong, cross, go do it. Where I'm helping you. Ooh, it doesn't quite look right. What do you think if we did this? Like kind of like that kind of thing. Because I want her to learn that if she's making decisions that's not benefiting her, instead of mum being very angry, mum's just going to be like, I'm just going to help you. So the attitude we want to cultivate down the road, especially once she starts going through that sexual maturity, is you will be there to help, not get angry.
Mostly on her lead. I leave it dragging.
Yeah.
And then, and every now and again, like she chases a cat or I'm trying to cook and she's running around, I just tie her up.
That's it.
She just lays down at my feet and stops immediately.
You can always, like if she's doing that, you can inform and be like, finish. And then if she does, you tie her up, right? Because it's like, well, obviously you can't handle the freedom in this moment, so I'm going to reduce your freedom. And then she'll go, oh, well, okay, shouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's
and
what's
it's like,
working.
Yeah. How you go from drag line to no leash it's a test. I love this test because if your dog passes this test, then you're good. Okay. So for small things like jumping and toilet training and stop chasing the cat, these sort of things, we go through what we call the it's honey, so maybe I'll just add 1 day. So we'll go through the 7-9 day test. So for 7 days, you focus on one thing. So let's say jumping, okay? So you start, I had to help her with the leash, I restart the count. So for 7 days. So if she gets through 7 days without you any time having to use the leash, and you're like, I didn't have to help her. Then you go on to 9 days. But any time in the 7 days, if you go, if I didn't have that leash, that could have gone badly, you start the count. Yeah? So you go past 7 days, you've done the 7 days, then we do the 9 days. And if you pass the 9 days, the leash comes off. And that's how you know.
Yeah.
If you do this before she hits the sexual maturity, and she does go through sexual maturity and she reverts back, because she might, it's always a possibility, just go back. Go back to tethering, because I want her to be, we prevent her from making bad decisions while her body's adapting to all these hormones, the growth spurts, all that stuff. It's a teenager stage for us. Like we're not very intelligent when we're, in teenage stage. We make dumb decisions based on our feelings that, change moment to moment. You're being very demanding.
She is. This is round about her psycho time.
Yeah, okay. So that's how I do that in my house. If you go, and again, once you've passed that stage and you'll see it switch. You'll see she'll mellow out. She'll start, you know, oh, I don't, and then you go through, you can go again just through a very small, you know, drag line, take the leash off, Bob's your uncle, and you shouldn't have to have any conflict for the rest of her life after 12 months of all this, because you've done the foundation work, you've made sure it's clear.